We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, Lawrence. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. First carry for Nick Chubb. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Quickly out wide to Eskridge. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. Lawrence. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Mayfield now. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Touchdown! Nick Chubb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Edmonds, he's just going to sit on this one, and that'll be a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball and try and get things settled down a little bit.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Chubb on the read option. They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 14-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Edmonds, he's just going to sit on this one, and that'll be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. 5-3 their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team. We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now Lawrence to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Landry now on the return. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Wolf. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Quick throw, and that's Eskridge on the slant. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. A first down throw for Mayfield. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. A good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, The open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Following the interception, Mayfield looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schwartz. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Edmonds, he's just going to sit on this one, and that'll be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now Lawrence on first down.
Steps away to his left, and he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Look at me, zipper.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Lawrence.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Browns are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on on the release as this will be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
To throw again on second down, Lawrence. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. As he throws, he lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Rosas now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. On 1st down, Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. It's a throw again as Lawrence escaping the pressure right. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now Landry. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Browns drive about to get started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. On 1st down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the 2nd half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he rifles one incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. Looking deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Browns are pouring it on. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Edmonds, he's just going to sit on this one, and that'll be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And this one is incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. 20. And all the way down to the 29. A huge play there for Washington. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. On 1st down, it's Gibson. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching him play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
2nd down and goal. Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! John Bates, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to get a score back. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Here's Mayfield. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Greg Newsome. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 55 yards. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. It's a 1st down and more for Gibson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Lawrence will throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more. 66
yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Following the penalty, Chubb. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Browns, they're setting themselves up as a major contenders. They move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.